השיעור של היום מכתוב. We're going to dedicate it to Brian Wilson. Brian Wilson, the Beach Boys who left us yesterday. And we're just going to go with shaking, vibrating, tremoring today. אז מה שנעשה, פשוט נתחיל with shaking, whatever part you feel like shaking. Let's breathe for a moment. And see if you can hear a request from in your body. I usually can't hear these things, but some people can. But if I give it a moment, something in you might emerge. פשוט תקרה, and something will want to shake. Might be your knees, might be your fingers in your hands, maybe your shoulders, maybe your hips, maybe your chest, maybe your head. Any one of those or any other. Just allow it to take over. Mine settled on my hips. Just allow shake to be. Again, if it was your hands, if it were your knees, if it were your feet somehow, maybe your toes and fingers, maybe the head. And just stay there. Just allow it to be. And once we've established an is for the shake, we rest. And as we rest, we can look what's happening at the rest of us. Maybe you chose 2 areas, maybe you're copying me. So many maybes, so many options. Just allow it to wash. כמו שטיפה. It can come from the ground and sweep upwards. It can come from the top and wash downwards. And we want to see how much effort we can release as I talk and we just shake. We check our breath. It's a great sign. Our breath, our jaws. Through these, we can check how much we're holding. And let's take our fists. Make fists. And that will be our grabbing point. Something to hold on to. A definite, not restriction, mamash goes against the shake. A fist. So if you were shaking your hands, you have to find something else. And check your breath. And see if you can articulate what your fists are holding in your body. Up to where can you feel that holding? Achzaka. Is it only in your fist? Can you feel it in your elbows? Here, I'm stuck here. Can you feel it maybe in your shoulders, in your armpits? And see how your breath is. And then release the fist, drop the hands, give it a little shake to bring back movement. And see if you can wash from your hands upwards a vibrational sense. And while I'm talking, see how it takes over you. Where? What can you feel over your skin? What can you feel under your skin? And how much is held? How much is straining? And see how many areas within your body you could add on to the shake without adding effort. Maybe even through adding areas, maybe we can release more effort. So if I'm standing in my place, effort will naturally come maybe to my thighs or my calves or shins, onto my ankles or feet. How can I distribute effort until it withers away? Washing from the top, sweeping from beneath. Find more areas in your body that can join on to this vibrating mode. See if you can go in between your ribs, each and every rib, circling around the rib, making more space in between each bone, in between the bones and flesh. See how you can feel it maybe in between the bones in your feet. If we're vibrating all the way through from our ankles or through our ankles, if I'm going from my hip down, can I wash and find that little shake? Connecting to that vibration that I can imagine happens between the molecules, assembling me, assembling my skin, my flesh, my arteries, my veins. Maybe easier to imagine the blood cells, the molecules vibrating, finding the connection between the chaos that might seem happening there, and yet an order as the blood flows through our body, going into the heart from one side, out from the heart to the other side, circulating our whole, reaching out all the way to the tip of our fingers, to the tip of our toes, out through our head. Imagine all the blood cells in our face, where our heads connect to the hairs. And just allow it to take over as you check your breath. check your body parts to make sure you can let more go, let more parts. Maybe you can connect to a wobble, a tushy, flabby, our flesh, flabby, our breath of flabby. If we could hang our skin on our flesh, how much flab would we see? If we could connect it to our bones underneath our flesh, how would our flesh react? And as we move around the room, allowing our feet to better participate in this action, in this party, in this vibrational movement. See how your foot touches the ground in a new way as it receives more movement, more air, more vibration, sweeping up through the ankles, through the knees. If my knees could be free, where would they be now? Facing where? How much rotation can I bring from my hips to my knees to allow them to be more free to rotate around? How much can I move within my hips to be more free in my groins, in my sitting bones, relating to my pelvis, directing the vibrational action into my spine, dismantling the spine into vertebra, vertebra by vertebra, connecting to the diaphragm, again, checking my breath, opening my chest from within, feeling more tremors and shakings within my body. And the more I add, the more areas get their chance to release more effort. Or if they're already past that, we just dance around it. Up through our armpits and our shoulder blades, out into our arms, elbows, wrists, fingers articulating the vibrations in there. Going up through our clavicles into the neck and relating the shoulders with the ears, the sitting bones with the ears, the knees and the feet with the ears with the jaws, the jaws with our eyes, our nostrils. Can we vibrate in our nostrils, in our teeth, our eyebrows? Can we vibrate with our sight? Maybe by flapping our eyelids, adding vibrations to our sight, literally using it to look or to gaze. We can play around with gazing and looking. awakening those inner muscles behind our eyeballs. And again, check your breath. And allow it to wash your skin. Allow it to become this vibrational party between your body and the air molecules around you. As if we can mamash imagine how it's a molecule level thing, this existence, which Brian has now left and left us with his music as I bring him the song Manomal. If vibrating, let's be on good vibrations. Inviting those good vibrations to our bleeding land. Raising the good vibration in our bleeding land. Ooh. Keep going with those good vibrations. And then just clear, as if you're shaking it off. We're taking those swept up, washed down molecules, kind of collecting them back to ourselves as we're shaking off what needs to be left out. Yeah. What can be left out, any pain or ache, if there was such a thing, or heavy. Oh, we can't let go of that for a while, but as much as we can. And just, you can even or also go with your sound to let anything left in there release itself until we find ourselves standing and just allowing the vibrations to keep going, reminding ourselves they're always there.